Robert, they're here. Come here. Come here, they're here. Come on. Good God. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Bam!
It's upside down.
It's upside down? It's Longtube Headers, baby. They're here. The headers are here, and this is a special day because this time it's my car. Robert already has the Longtube Headers on his car. I love the way it sounds, and you can get in his car and you can tell there's more power, but you don't know how much power. Now, I was hesitant on getting headers for my car again because I already put the Kooks headers on this car and I lost horsepower. Yes, I lost horsepower with Kooks headers. So I'm like, okay, check this out. I'm not going to do headers again. Then Robert ordered headers, and I drove his car before, and I drove his car after, and you can actually feel it. But there was no numbers done to it. This car is different. This car has 441 horsepower to the rear wheels. And then I put on the Kooks, and I actually lost horsepower, and I believe it's because of their collector. It says it's 3 inches, but it's not 3 inches. So this time we're going to see what the numbers really are. I know it's more powerful because I drove his car, but we're going to see how much power does it really gain. And guess what? I paid full price for these headers. Full price. No one's given me no headers to try that I'm going to say how great they are. I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth on these headers, and we're going to put them on. We're going to go to the dyno shop, and we're going to have the car dyno to give you a real number. Now, they said 25, 26. We're going to see about that. A 26 horsepower gain, we're going to see about that. There it is. We paid $1,153 right there. Okay, right there. Bam, bam, bam. $1,153. Longtube headers. So we can't be bought. Okay.
Yes, I paid full price for mine. Talked with George after doing some research over at LTH, and I actually ordered 2-inch primaries, and he actually had such a sense to give me a call and say, hey, unless you're planning on doing some serious boost on this vehicle, I wouldn't recommend doing a 2-inch primary. I would recommend the 1 7/8". So he went ahead and changed my order and sent me 1 7/8", and I am totally pleased with the results from my Longtube headers. Another thing that you have to keep in mind on these headers is the price point. There's other companies that are charging $1,500 up to $1,900 for exhaust manifolds for these cars. LTH offers a great product at a reasonable price. So keep that in mind when you're looking for your manifolds.
Okay, so we know it's going to add horsepower because of his. We went to Mexico and raced.
Yes. Yeah, we were in Mexico, and his Z51 against my non-Z51, I was pulling on him.
And he was pulling pretty damn good.
Yes.
So we know it adds power. But how much power does it add? We're going to take the now I will tell you, and I don't like to beat up a company or anything, but Kooks headers, I actually put my stock headers back on because it gave me more power than the Kooks headers. Now I'm going to have to retake them back off and do this all over again, and we're going to see. We're going to see what's up. You see, this box don't weigh anything. Nothing at all. This box weighs less than 1 factory header. You're not going to get to open everything. Woo-hoo! Okay. Oh my God, dude, this is feather light right here. Good God.
So here's,
look at that. Feather light.
Here is the driver's side factory manifold. This is the passenger side LTH. So you can already see a size difference. There are 4 heat shields on this factory manifold, and the weight for one manifold
okay. Wow.
One manifold weighs more than the 2 LTH headers.
Wow. See, this is the messed up thing on the Kooks. The Kooks, this hole here was smaller than this one. That was the problem with the Kooks.
Here's a side-by-side comparison.
Wow. Big difference. Huge difference. Look at that there. Huge difference. I cannot wait to get these on.
And the color that these turn once they're cured is amazing. It looks like a burnt titanium. It's an awesome color. We can actually get a shot of mine if you want.
Let's go out there. Now that looks good. This is what it's going to look like with them on. And another good thing about these headers, folks, okay, what I did not know about this, he also has the cat deletes, okay, and before he installed the aftermarket headers, his check engine would randomly come on. Since he installed these headers, his check engine light has not came back on yet. So,
and I've put about 800 miles on these manifolds, and the light has not come on time.
Look how good they look, though.
Aren't they gorgeous?
They look like a monster.
The engine bay heat isn't as much as you think it would be. It feels like a normal engine bay. GM really went overboard with heat shields, but as you can tell, there's nothing melting, there's nothing burnt or anything like that, and these manifolds have no heat shields on them whatsoever.
Awesome. Gary, what's the hardest part of taking this apart?
The heat shields, taking the heat shields off probably.
There's a bunch of heat shields.
Oh man, there's probably 20 bolts on each side. There's probably, what is it, like 4 heat shields?
4 heat shields.
For each.
Also, this side is a lot easier. The driver's side is a lot easier than the passenger side. It took 3 times as long to do the passenger side, but it's not all that bad. The worst part, again, is the heat shields. There's a lot of heat shields on this thing. Okay, folks, the headers are on. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Let's hear the first startup. Okay, folks, there it is. Did off a Mustang dyno. Did Longtube Headers lie or over-exaggerate about their headers? And the answer is yes, they did. But instead of over-exaggerated, they under-exaggerated. We got a 30 horsepower gain from stock, and we got a 27 torque gain. So 30 on the horsepower, 27 on the torque. That is awesome just for headers. Now remember, I did the Kooks one and I lost horsepower because of the collector. The collector is only 2.5, right?
Yes, just over 2.5 inches.
But the Longtube is a true 3-inch. 3-inch. He knows 3 inches really well. Yes, and all that shit.
Please like and subscribe and all that shit.
Yeah, push the notification button and blah 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 and yes and that. Okay, bye bye.